This is Mrs. O'Neill for your Chapter 10 Review Questions and Problems. And I actually just think this is a pretty picture showing you that different gases give off different colors of light. And remember, we even talked about that in chapter, I believe it was 6, when we dealt with the wavelengths. So you're going to play the video, pause when you see the question or problem. You're going to have some with multiple parts. You can either answer them mentally or on paper with a calculator and your reference sheets. You're going to continue playing the video for the answers and or solutions or explanations. And some of these are above and beyond what you're going to see on the test, but will help you in your AP exam. So number 1, propane, another organic compound. Again, this is why we did chapter 24 first. All right, so continue on. So hopefully you paused and you got some numbers. Looks like we're calculating lots of things here. So answer to A. You should have your work, you should have your answer, and you should have a unit. Again, on your AP exam, sometimes just the number is worth a point, and sometimes the number is a point as well as the work, and sometimes the unit. Number B, letter B. Again, using dimensional analysis is your best form of attack. But if you don't use dimensional analysis, again, density is that density equals mass divided by volume. So you could have done that and then used molar mass later on. But again, the more dimensional analysis you can use, all you're doing is converting units, the better off you are. So think about the unit you want at the end and how to get there. Letter C. Hopefully you paused and read that over and it makes sense. Exhale, number 2. Answer to A. Again, this is where your reference sheet comes in handy because that's on your reference sheet. B. Again, your answer should be similar. Again, if you put all of this in your calculator at one time, I believe that's how I did it, or did you multiply, get an answer, multiply, get an answer, and then divide? So then your number might be slightly different. C. It's a normal combustion reaction. So we're going to add oxygen to our compound, and your products are carbon dioxide and water. Comparing gases. Hopefully you paused or took a screenshot and try to come up with some answers here. So here's your answer to A and B and C and D and E and F and G. And again, this is something that you might see on your AP exam. One question has lots of different components to it. Number 4, the white cloud. So when we take ammonia gas and we take hydrochloric acid gas, I've done this experiment a couple of times. What happens is they're going to react and form a white cloud somewhere in between the tube. So it's quite interesting. And then we used to measure how fast one of the molecules are versus the other molecule, the compounds and how they move. But they don't, again, sometimes we get a chance to do it and sometimes we don't. But anyways, pause and come up with some answers for A, B, and C. And I do have this picture on the other slides as well, hopefully to get you to understand the answer for A. For B, C, and hopefully that makes sense. All right, ClO2. Okay, chlorine dioxide. Notice it is not the polyatomic ion. It does not have a charge. It is a compound, chlorine dioxide. All right, pause and come up with some answers. So for A, hopefully you came up with this. And I did put in those formal charges. I found pictures that have formal charges, so I thought that, again, was a good review of how to find those. B, C, and again, now this one is a polyatomic ion, so you do want to have those brackets with the charge on the outside. D, again, less than 109. I came up with 107, and as always, I've said before, the AP exam will let you have some kind of range. We'll give you acceptable points for a certain amount of range. E, again, very good AP question. Why? Because it not only talks about your gases, but it also deals with limiting reactants and then stoichiometry. So again, pulling from different parts of different chapters and making it one problem. All right, guys, see you in class and good luck on your test.